Now, whether it's sectarian chanting in Glasgow or anti-Semitic taunts in North London, football fans don't seem to think the laws against inciting religious or racial hatred apply to the beautiful game. Is football the last bastion of prejudice? Anthony Clavane from the Mirror, senior football writer with the Mirror. Is it last bastion of prejudice?
Yeah, I think it is, and this is a very, very sad fact that what goes on the terraces stays on the terraces, and this seems to be the attitude that it's only harmless banter. The Y Word, which was a film that came out made by the Baddiel brothers, it referred to, I won't say it because people think they can say it but not say the N word and the P word. So for example, 20 years ago people were saying the N word and the P word at football matches, and thankfully they don't say that today. And yet at football matches, not just in North London but around the country, people use the Y word. The Y word is a race hate word. It was a word that was used by the Nazis when they were rounding up Jews in the 1930s. Why is it that football is the last bastion of anti-Semitism? Why is it if you walk down the street...
Homophobia, people say as well, don't they?
Yeah, and homophobia I agree, is another issue that should be addressed. And, you know, that's an interesting connection because you don't get a lot of footballers coming out as gay. And funnily enough, there aren't a lot of Jewish footballers. I mean, there is the old joke that what's the thinnest book in the world? It's the book of famous Jewish sports legends. And yet, the football fans...
When Harvey Cohen joined Rangers, I mean, I think Jock Wallace was the manager at the time, and somebody said he's Jewish, he can't play on a Saturday, and Jock Wallace said, just like the rest of them.
Can I just say that Nicky, and when I was in Glasgow and someone said to me, you know, are you Protestant or Catholic? I said, I'm Jewish. They said, well, are you Rangers or Celtic? And I said, I'm Jewish. They said, are you a Protestant Jew or a Catholic Jew? And basically, I am Jewish, and Alex, interestingly enough, who was called rabbi earlier on, isn't a rabbi, but he's wearing a yarmulke. Now, this is a great sign of the times, that we feel comfortable about our multicultural diversity that Jews can wear. But go on the terraces, I'm telling you, you wouldn't get away with it, and people have been abused. Perhaps you do.
Look, I'm going to declare, first of all, I'm on the Football Association's Race Equality Group. And the reason I got on was because I do go on the terraces with my yarmulke. And I do go on North London terraces, and I'm not a Tottenham fan.
Have you had abuse?
And I've had some interesting comments. I've even gone on, I wear a red yarmulke, so you can probably guess which North London team I support. But I think it's sad. I have been there, I have got abused with the yarmulke, but I've also taken my kids to the football. And what's really upsetting is when people start singing songs about the Holocaust. And how many, and let's get into it. It's about, they're talking about gas chambers and killing Jews. And we know that in some of the North London clubs, and I've witnessed it, that some people make gas chamber hissing noises. And this is just it's not just morally unacceptable, it's not an adult debate. I want to bring my 7-year-old fans, my two kids support two different teams, and both of them have had records and problems on this. And I want to support it. I don't agree with you, by the way, that the P word's not used. There is a famous song used in an East London club, I'd rather be a P than a Y. So we both get hit. And I mean,
did these people see this as a special zone within the football? Because that's the argument, isn't it? That they can get away with this language, on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday or whatever for 90 minutes, and these people would never normally speak like that on the street. Is that the case?
Yes, because if you walk down the street and you say the Jews are on their way to Auschwitz, they're going to be gassed. Yeah. They will be hopefully arrested and hopefully put away.
Manchester United season ticket holder.